to excel. So Coach Price, I want to tell you thank you very much for that. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, Ryan, how much people help you? But trust me, a whole heap of people help.
Each one help one. Each one help one, my brother. Each one help one.
Yeah. Thanks, man. But Coach, you went to the stadium yesterday, the track and field, man. Boy, our future look bright, man. We're looking good over on track and field, man. What are your perspective on the Jamaican athlete them?
The conveyor belt keeps churning. I think Champs is one of the biggest development tools for Jamaica's track and field. And as long as the schools continue to put the investment in the talent that we have, we will continue churning out great athletes on the conveyor belt.
But Coach, what's the difference with track and field and football? Because a lot of people say school cannot develop football player, but on the other side we seeing good track and field athlete coming through and running for Jamaica and getting big sponsorship with the likes of Adidas, Puma, Nike. What's the difference with football and track and field in that?
I think it's the basically the whole development structure. Remember, you even have basic school champs now, so you have people starting from the grassroots. And I don't think in football we give enough attention to grassroots football. Whereas where you really need to unearth the talent. And then you have to have the proper coaches who have been trained properly through coaching education to school those youngsters so that when they go through the various stages of high school football and matriculate and you find these elite players, you would have trained them properly from a young age so they develop good habits. So when you get them, they are playing well and you don't have to teach them the rudiments of the game. In track and field, it's an individual sport. It's much more difficult to do this with a team sport such as football. So you can always have one coach that has been properly trained who can make a youngster out of the blue excel and develop as he matriculates through the various age groups. It's much more difficult in football to do that.
Okay, fair enough. But definitely seems like Jamaica in individual sports to excel a lot. Same thing with cricket, same thing with track and field. Seems like we're very good at individual and not as a team.
Yeah, because as a team you have to gel. All the different players have to work together as a unit. They have to be synergized and be compatible and work together. And that is always difficult, having varying people from various backgrounds. Mm-hmm. And this happens even in the international level. A lot of teams have to have that perfect chemistry to gel. And hopefully this Jamaica team that is now in the Gold Cup will be able to continue to gel and bring home the Gold Cup this year.
Yeah. As you're speaking about the Gold Cup, Coach Price, I know he has been analyzing the team for God know how long. But more really want to ask you before we get into this Gold Cup, how you becomes good at so many other sports. When you talk about beach football, you can give a good analyze the team. When you're talking about track and field, when you're talking about basketball, I don't know which sports you're not good at. Or you become this person where you're all rounded. Nobody can box Coach Andy Price in a football.
One of the things in life, if you love something, then you're going to do it well. And from I was going to school, from prep school into high school, I always loved sports. I played sunlight cricket. I ran track. I won a medal at Boys Champs. I played football. I won 10 trophies as a schoolboy. So I have always been in sports and I love sports, and I believe it's the single most influential thing of unifying the country. And I have met a lot of people over the years through sports, and that is why I love sports so much.
Most definitely. But Coach, on the pitch with the Jamaica senior men's national team and Coach Al Grimson, what you love about the progress that Coach Al Grimson and the team making leading up to this World Cup? How you feel on the preparation coming into this World Cup and Coach Al Grimson? How would you assess Coach Al Grimson so far as a head coach?
I think he's doing a good job with the limited time that he has. As you know, with international football, especially when you have a lot of the players that play for clubs in international football, you don't have a long time frame to actually get the team to gel properly. You know, the days are, you know, maybe 8 to 12 days that you have maximum within each FIFA window where you can prepare teams. And I think this Gold Cup gives him an opportunity to look at the core of the squad that he's going to use for qualification for the 2026 World Cup that will be held in Mexico, United States, and Canada. And I think he has assembled a very good squad, a very competitive squad. And as we have seen with every game, the team looks better and better because they are slowly gelling and developing a camaraderie. I've seen a lot of training sessions and a lot of videos from those training sessions. And you can see the camaraderie in the team where the players are unified, playing together as one. When players get their opportunity to come off the bench, they play well. When they get the opportunity to start, they play well. And everybody is just batting for each other. And you see a type of unity that I haven't seen for a little while.
Most definitely, Coach. So, you're saying that we're going to win the Gold Cup. What make you feel that we're going to bring home this Gold Cup, Coach Andrew?
Well, one of the reasons is that when you look at our squad, I believe our squad is the best squad assembled in the entire World Cup. United States doesn't have its strongest team. Canada doesn't have its strongest team. I think Mexico is in a rebuilding stage. And when you look at those teams, man for man, and our players, I believe we have assembled a squad that can take the World Cup. And this is possibly the best opportunity that we have to actually win the World Cup. So anything less than getting to the semifinals or get to the finals, I'm sure the Jamaican public will be disappointed with the team that we have assembled.
Most definitely, Coach. But, Coach, going into this quarterfinal game against Guatemala, we played them 16 times. We draw 3 times. We lost to them by 3 times. And we defeat them by 10. The Jamaican public seems very confident going into this game. Do you believe that we should worry about this Guatemala team? We see they play the last game. It's a team that's full of fight. They have a lot of energy. They play off the fans. They will have a lot of fans come tomorrow. Do you think the fans is overconfident, or you want that from the supporters?
No, we need the fans to come behind the team. And it's not a matter of being overconfident. I think that the team must respect all its opponents. Anybody they play, they must respect their opponents. But they must also respect their confidence and their ability to go out there and display the type of football that can give Jamaica the 3 points. And I believe the team is in that type of mindset. The coaching staff is in that type of mindset. And we, the general public, are in that mindset. We want to beat Guatemala come tomorrow. And it can be done. All we have to do is have some belief, and the team goes out and executes its game plan delivered by the coach. And we should be able to get by Guatemala and get into the semifinals.
Definitely, Coach, man. But, Coach, who are some of the players that you think that, we know it's a team game, who are some of the players on the Jamaican team? If you think they have a good game, we have a good chance to win this game.
Everybody has to have a good game. Everybody has to, whichever 11 starts tomorrow, everybody should have a good game. I believe that he will go with Blake in goal. I think the central defender pairing, he should have Dujuan and Damian Lowe coming back from card suspension. Should be the pairing in centre half. Amari Bell at left back. And Lembarowski, I believe, should play at right. I think he should go with Kevin Lambert and Lucky Bodier as the 2 holding midfielders. And of course, the 3 people playing behind Michael Antonio should be Gray, Bobby Reed, and Leon Bailey. And I believe that squad is that starting lineup is a starting lineup that can get the 3 points for Jamaica. And we have suitable substitutes on the bench who can come on and change the game. We have Shamar Nicholson, we have Corey Burke, we have Kareem Paris. We have a lot of players that we can bring on to the pitch who can change a game. So I believe that is the starting lineup that the coach may possibly go with tomorrow. And if he goes with that lineup, I believe that, we should put in a good show.
Yeah. Coach, what you think about people having a problem with Bobby Reid not giving us enough? Are you seeing it different from a coach point of view with this coach continue to play in Bobby Reid?
Bobby Reid, like a lot of players, come under pressure. But, when you look at some of the games that he has played in recent time, I believe he has come up trumps. He scored an excellent goal against Mexico in the Nations Cup playoff game that we drew 1-1 in the Azteca, So, I think he's the type of player that once he's comfortable and confident out there and gets the support from his teammates, he can play. And people have to understand, a player doesn't have to play 90 minutes of football to impact a game. You play the best that you can for the time you're out there. And when the substitutions are made and other players come in, we don't miss a beat or we don't skip a beat. And those players come in and start playing well. So it has to be a team effort. But my bet is that I believe that Bobby will get the nod to play tomorrow.
Definitely. But coach, I know that we know Shamal Nicholson very well. I cuss him a lot not coming into this tournament sharp enough. What do you think of Shamal Nicholson performance so far in the Gold Cup? As someone that knows Shamal Nicholson inside and out, what make him have such a bad tournament so far, especially in the two friendly games?
I think one of the things with Shamar, he has gotten a new coach at Spartak Moscow. Remember that when he just arrived at Spartak Moscow, he won the
cup,
the Moscow, the Russian Cup as a player, scored a hat trick in some of those games. They have changed coaches, and the new coach comes in and has a different system. So he's not playing as often as he was in his first season. And because of that, he's not as sharp. And I think whenever he gets an opportunity to play, he tries a little bit too hard. And he needs to just relax and allow the game to flow and make proper decisions around the box. And I've told him personally while he has been at the Gold Cup that I believe that he needs to relax more and be more composed in front of the goal and not try as hard. He has nothing to prove. Both the coach and the Jamaican public knows Shamar's talent and know what he's capable of doing. All he has to do is allow the game to play and things will come to his own. So, he just has to relax. And of course, the coach continues to persist with him, which is very good from Coach Hamilton, that he continues to use him from the bench and interject him to bring about some change throughout the game. So the coach has confidence in him. All he has to do is go out there and relax and play a control game. But I believe the inactivity with club has caused some of the the rustiness for Shamar. But he's a good player, and we know that once he plays well and once he does the things that he's capable of doing, he can contribute to the team.
I 100% believe that he have a big part to play with this team. But I know as a striker, you get paid to score goal, and I know it's difficult for him right now. Either, sometimes I even look at it and I said, listen, for a player that on him peak and top form start most of the game for Jamaica and not to start right now, that can even affect him, especially other people coming off the bench and score and all of them think they play. Do you think them think they play on a professional player, coach?
Sometimes, but you have to be a professional and understand that you don't have to score the goals for the team to win a game. Look at Michael Antonio. He hasn't scored a goal since the Gold Cup has started, are you going to now say that you're not going to start Michael Antonio tomorrow in a crucial game against Guatemala? No, you're going to persist with him. You allow the game to flow and you allow the player to play the game, because these players can impact games whether they score or not. At least the scoring is being passed around to the other members of the team. But the mere fact that Michael Antonio is on the pitch, he's going to get a lot of attention from the Guatemalan defensive unit, which will allow other players to be free and get opportunities to have shots off and goal. So it is important that the coach continues to persist with players that he knows their quality and knows what they can do.
Yeah. So, coach, what would you say some of the weakness that we have to improve on to not make the Guatemala? Because what would you say some of the weakness with the Jamaican team?
I think we need to move the ball a little quicker. You know, when we have the passes we should play, and once we play simple and move the ball around and make passes, that is when we look very attractive. You know, when we dwell too much on the ball and draw too much attention, that is when we look a bit disjointed. But once we have the type of movement that we have seen in the last couple of games up front, the movement has been good, the understanding between the players have been good. The Mari Gray has really come in and made an impact. Leon Bailey is the best I've seen him look for Jamaica in a long period of time. You know, and you know, people like Lambert has been defending very well. He's really the cog in the team when he holds that defensive unit and protects the back line. He's playing very well. And if the players continue to play simple football, play the passes that are on, and keep transitioning out of defense to attack and from attack into defense very quickly and play discipline, then I don't think there should be any problems tomorrow against Guatemala.
Okay. So, coach, how much you know about the Guatemala team? What they can offer to this Jamaican team to hurt us? What they can tell us about the Guatemala team?
One of the things I can tell you that defensively they are not very, very, very strong. And I believe with people like Antonio, who is very bustling, very physical, he will cause a lot of headaches for the Guatemalan defensive team. What they use the width of the field and try to use speed down the flanks. But I believe our fullbacks should be able to control their movement and their flow. And once we try and get the ball and play through the lines of the field, I believe that we should be okay to deal with the Guatemalan team tomorrow. They really harbor no real fears for me. But like I said, we have to respect them, their opponents. All we have to go out there and do is execute the way we are capable of executing, and we should be able to beat them and get into the semifinals.
So, coach, what's your score prediction for tomorrow's game?
I believe we should beat them by 2-0.
Okay, that's fair enough. But, coach, before you leave, coach, I want to adjust this. Coach, people, I play Premier League at the age of 19. Leave Manning Cup. Marvin Morgan, leave St. George's College, play Premier League at the age of 18. Shaman Nicholson, play Premier League at the age of 17. Vishnal Harris, under coach Andrew Price, play Premier League at the age of 19. And the list goes on and on and on. So I said this to say, people down in the comment section will ask me about a question. Andrew Price has been playing a part in Jamaican football to improve so much young player. And the list goes on and on. You hear the age of my Price put me in a Premier League against Rena Boyston at the age of 19. Coach,
we've been doing that for years. We've been doing that for years, man. We've been doing that for years. All of those young players. Shamar Nicholson, I started playing Premier League at age 17. Scored 2 goals against Arnett Gardens in his first Premier League game. Was the leading goal scorer, junior player leading goal scorer for 2 years in a row. Marvin Morgan, I played as a youngster. Jamil Hardware, all straight out of Manning Cup. I'm not afraid to put youngsters out there and play football. I played Shavani Willis in his first Premier League game against Portmore at age 15. when he was still going to Tivoli Gardens. He had left from Tivoli Gardens and gone to JC. So I'm not afraid of giving youths opportunity once they have the talent. I have nothing against youth once they have the requisite talent, and I'm willing to put them out there. Yeah. O'Neal Thompson, straight out of Bridgeport, he was playing Premier League for Boys Town at age 18. So he went from there and got a contract and went overseas. So I'm not afraid of giving young players the opportunity.
Coach, you know why I bring up that? Because a stigma.
I know exactly why you bring it up. I know exactly why you bring it up.
Because I want the viewers them to get an understanding of. I know Andrew Price. I know Andrew Price very well. Out of anybody on this YouTube, I know Andrew Price. I know how much youth he play a part to help, whether it be financial wise, and help them to be a professional player. Make players $1 million players. You get to me and say, so coach, I want you to clear up this. I don't know what's the issue where they say in the 18 and whisper, because I clearly listened to the interview on Sportsmax where you say you don't really have a problem. What's it? Why people saying about
there is
this?
There is nothing could be further from the truth, and people must listen and stop follow hearsay. Anybody who listened to that interview heard what I said. I said Dujuan Richards is a great talent, and I even likened his call up for the Gold Cup and compared it when R9 Ronaldo was called to the Brazilian World Cup team in 1994 in the United States at age 16, didn't play a game, but won a World Cup winner's medal. And the coach carried him as a 16-year-old for him to understand the nuances of international football and being around professional players. And even though he didn't kick a ball, his mere presence in that World Cup helped him in his future where he could come back to dominate and win World Cups. So I have nothing against Dujuan Richards playing for the Jamaica team at his age. He's a quality talent. He has great potential, and the sky is the limit for him. So I don't know where's this uproar that I am fighting Dujuan Richards. Nothing could be further from the truth. Whisper is a talent, and I believe that we should expose our talents early. So I rubbish anything that people out there are saying, and they must look at my interview, listen to it, and put it into proper context.
Yeah. That's what I get from it. And you know me, Andrew, me's a man. I rate Butler, I rate you. And me can't bother every minute a man I say, yo, Andrew said that. Because I clearly listen to the interview, unless I said something different from other interview I hear about.
Look here, I did 2 interviews. I did one on Sportsmax, and I did one on Oral Traces Hits program in the morning. And both, if anybody wants to get it, they can ask both Sportsmax and It's 92 for the content and listen carefully to what I said. I remember saying specifically a lot of the Premier League players must feel a little bit undone for not being selected. But I know we said that Dujuan Richards should not be in the team. And anybody who makes that statement is a liar.
Okay. I'm glad they clear up that. Because, as I say, I don't want the problem and the thing. So, coach, I really appreciate it. I know you don't like these drama things. I know you're from your youth, you know. I know you're from your youth. I know you're from your boy 9 at Boys Town, right? So I know what you will do from what, you know. But as I say, you never say nothing like that. I mean, you know where this thing where man I say yeah, fight you. Because you bust the most youth down a Boys Town. Not enough coach to bust youth like you. You put me in a Manning, you put me right in a Manning Cup. Play me in a Premier League against Reno over Boys Town at the age of 19. Visional Harris, all of them, Marvin Morgan. So it was buzzing me into ear that you fighting another young youth. No, not Enterprise. Not Enterprise for me, no.
Nothing could be further from the truth, Ryan.
Yeah.
I encourage all players, once they have talent, to go out there You know, I have played Premier League players in the Premier League at age 15, and I have no regrets of doing that. And if you have talent and you can play football, it doesn't matter the age. I will put you out there, and I believe that you should be given the opportunity. Dujuan Whisper Richards is a talented footballer. He has great potential, and the sky is the limit for the future of his football. And I believe that given time and given patience, he's going to excel and become an excellent footballer.
Yeah. Coach, big up yourself, coach. Not about love and respect. Coach, as me say, thank you very much for all the things that he has done.
I just want to tell, before you go, Ryan, I just want to tell the Jamaican public, especially those in the United States, if you can get down to Cincinnati and support the Jamaica Reggae Boyz tomorrow, because I know the Guatemalans are going to try and fill up the stadium. Let us go down there in our numbers and fill up that stadium and give the Reggae Boyz the support, because guess what? They are going to beat Guatemala tomorrow.
Yeah. Coach, nothing but love and respect. Thanks, man, to coming on the show again. I really appreciate it. Coach, thank you very much for all the things that he has done for me, my father. You know the thing, Carl Brown, all around down at Boys Town, and continue with your journey and stay out of trouble. Because if you don't stay out of trouble, I'm going to beat you, all right? Pick up yourself,
all right, my brother. Take it easy.
All right.
One love.
Yes, coach. So, people, that's Coach Andrew Price. You know what I mean? Talk about the game. Someone that I know well. Someone that I have so much respect for. And also, Mr. Butler. So, when Mr. Butler come back on the show, I want to ask him what he's talking about with this Andrew Price thing. Because as I say, a two person who me rate and respect who play a part in my footballing journey. Yeah? So people, smash the like button. We're going to have the press conference right here, playing on here. So this is the place where you should be. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and think, people. You get me I say? Yes, people. But it was a wonderful, it was a fresh breath here. Listen to Coach Andrew Price talking about the Dujuan Richards, talking about our chances, talking about the team and everything. You get me I say? So that is the most important thing for me, people. You get me I say? So I want to big up all the people them down in the comment section. And people, sometimes the people them, man, come on, people, man. Sometimes people want to go over the top sometimes. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Danny Jet. Legend. Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Hear this. I like that question that we asked already, but they want to clear up with Andrew Price and this mix up with what he said and what he didn't say. Maybe it Andrew Price last year enough to do it on the anger. Humble Lion.
Yeah.
This year, we congratulate him. So, Oral asked me if me not apologizing. I tell him, no, me learn something. Football must play with promotion and demotion. Because that year, it didn't have any demotion. You know, the coach didn't take time for work out things for the other year. You understand me?
Yeah.
Anyway, now, get to the point now. I heard the interview with Oral Trophy. And when me hear the sports news now and the clippings, it was a total different thing from the interview. Because when Oral asked him who he would have take out and put in one of Anderson Stewart, the man say, I hear me. Me not see nobody where me could have take out. That the man said to Oral. You see me?
Yeah.
But when me hear the sports news now and it gets clip up, the information is different. Yeah, man.
So what said in the second in the sports news now?
Yeah?
What said in the second one in the sports one? What said in that one?
No, when it clip up, cause you see like him that said something, then now Oral would have asked him to explain himself. Like, you really want to say Stuart in the other side over who? The man said, I tell you the truth. They only feel it that they had such wonderful season, but they couldn't make it to the side. The man explain everything, brethren. But when you hear the clippings now, that's where the misinformation coming. From the sports news.
Okay.
Not anybody will listen to the interview would I really get it. But if you only hear the sports news, because when me hear the sports news, I say, but I know this the man say. You get me?
Yeah.
So at that time, we just want to clarify that. So the man right, because Oral ask him who we might take out and put in them people, and the man say tell you the truth when me look on it. Me can't tell you say me don't take out nobody and put them in. But me just feel it for them. You understand me?
Yeah.
I just that the man there try explain.
Adapt me here pan Sportsmax in him. Say the similar thing pan Sportsmax and over Oral Chasey, you know. So I don't know if someone else him go and say something and think.
No man, I the way how the sports news will clip up, Virgin.
Okay.
Can me hear the sports news too. And if me never hear the interview, would I really have it different too. But true, me did hear the interview now. Now I say, you know, so them clipping there can really more time mislead people. And that me I said to myself.
Okay.
Anyway, me have to put up on the record.
Yeah? We're going to play the press conference now. Lambert and Coach Al Grimson in the press conference. So we're going to play the press conference. So people, we're going to play the press conference and we'll hear it from here, Coach Al Grimson. People, smash the like button. People, you see this Dujuan Richards thing, people. I have to go get back to it, people. Me don't know people, but me don't know people, but me listen to the Price interview and me listen to the two interview them, and I never hear him say anything about Dujuan Richards. So I don't know where this coming from. You get me? I say, not something that I miss. But people, the press conference, everything is set up, but yet to see Al Grimson sit down and yet to see Lambert sit down. Lambert sit down and him get up back. You get me? I say, but me know all these clip thing, you know, people. People can play with the clip, you know. People can edit it and do all kind of matter of thing with these clip, you know. You understand? And as me say, me I come from the two side. Me rate Butler and me rate Angie Price because two of them play a big part. You understand? And me rate Whisper as a baller. You get me? I say, but the first interview on Sportsmax, the man said everything perfect, brother. You understand? So me don't know the media clip out. Why me not for views? When said the media clip it for views. Boy, me don't know people. Me don't know people. But people, the press conference haven't started yet. Okay, people, let's play it. Oh, what happened? Hold on the people. No sound. Hold on the people. Hold on the people. Hold on the people. Just a second, people. Just a second. Need to play it, make you guys hear it. Hold on the people. The sound. Seems like on the other side they're fixing it, people. Boy, I don't know any people. But people, just a second, people. Oh, the press conference haven't started, people. It haven't started. They are setting up the microphone and everything. So it not started, people. So when it start, you're going to hear it clipping. But people, I'm going to talk before the press conference kick off. But yeah, boy, Tennessee, boy, either somebody play with the audio. I don't know, but...
Mic check one.
Okay. Check. So the mic, so when you hear it, people, okay, so the mic just kick in, people. Just hear it a while ago. Them say mic check. Sorry, let's wait. So I don't know people. I don't know. But where these people get these from? Where Mr. Butler, well, just a second. Hello? I'm on live. Okay, alright. Yeah, people. I don't know. I want them to my heart. Care love nobody. Me just a live. Hey. Yo, people, stop with the foolishness, people. Stop with the foolishness.
Can you listen me here?
Okay, hear it now. Hear the
Okay, good afternoon. I'm so sorry about the premise. We are here in the press conference for Jamaica national team. In the table, you see
Tell me if you hear it, people.
Herman Hedvinson and the player Kevon Lambert. So we are officially open the questions. Remember that is one question per person, and we have translation Spanish to English. So the first one, raise your hand if you want to put a question.
Yeah, people.
Hi, Heimer Archbell, CONCACAF.com. So many people talk about your attacking line, your forward line, with all those great players, but your midfield has been really impressive in this tournament with Kevin and some of the other guys leading the way in midfield. Can you speak a little bit about the strength of that midfield, in particular, the physicality, winning those aerial duels, recovering balls, things like that? How have you seen your midfield perform and grow in this Gold Cup?
Yeah, you're correct. We are looking for a total balance in the team. It's not about our attackers. It's not about our midfielders. We just need to improve our total balance as a team to both defend and attack. And yeah, we've mentioned Kevin before on press conferences. I like players that are given an opportunity, maybe unexpectedly, and they grab the chance and they earn their place in the team. And that is what you would like to see as a coach when you give someone an opportunity to stake a claim in the starting 11 and play that good that there's kind of no doubt in the coach's mind that he deserves to play again. So I like when that happens, and all coaches like when that happens. But for me, is about balance. It's not about going forward and then somebody needs to be defending because these guys are attacking. It's about total balance, and he gives, he links the attack with the defense really well and has done that. So if we are discussing this guy or not, so in general, we are improving as a team, and that's the most important. So we are attacking, we are defending better as a team, and that is the ultimate goal, of course.
Smash the like button, people. Al Grimm's press conference leading up to the game.
Juancho Villaverde, ESPN. One for Mr. Helgrimson. Coach, what aspects of the game of the Guatemalan team worried you more? And for Kevon, you guys are reaching for your fourth semifinal in 5 tournaments. What does it mean for Jamaica, the Gold Cup?
Want to start?
Sure. For us, it means everything. We're representing a country, representing a lot of people, kids that look up to us. So for us, it means everything. We're in a tournament, a major tournament, and we always try to do our best. We've always done our best. We always aim to go to the final, try to win the trophies. So no matter what tournament or games we're playing, we always try to do our best. And we're going to this stage again. Like you said, it means everything to us. So going into this game, we're just going to do our best as usual, and we'll see.
Yeah, regarding Guatemala, of course, we have been as impressed with Guatemala as everyone else that I've seen their games. Just to put it into a context, they top a group with Canada in the group, plus I'm mixing always the names, Guadeloupe, as a really a good team and a surprisingly good team. So a lot of credit to them and their coach. They've done really well. For us, the things we are looking at is the transition game. So they are really quick from defense to attack. They are really direct when they have the ball. So quick players, technical players, it's kind of the directness that opponents should look for when they play against Guatemala. The tempo in their game, and it's a lot of character in this team. And that is something that you look at both on the pitch, but also off the pitch. So the people of Guatemala is supporting them really, really with with their heart. So that is something that we respect and we are ready to face when we meet them. So these are kind of I would say their biggest strength is their directness, their tempo, and their character.
Robert Williams, IRA FM Jamaica. Coach, you would have utilized the services of all your players up to this point in the tournament. Does it make it easier now for you to select an 11 for the quarterfinal tomorrow, or does it make it easier for you? And the second question, there was some bad weather today. How much did that impact your plan for your final training session ahead of tomorrow's encounter?
Yeah, about already have played all the players and given everyone a chance to show. Both we had a pre-camp before, so it's good to be able to give players a chance at least to play in a big tournament like this. It's always a good experience, especially for young players. To get minutes in a tournament like this is good for their future. Yeah, and like I talked about, Kevin, players come and they either take their chance or not. And this is just part of the game, but it's good to have answers. It's always good to have answers as a coach. So we will have for certain situation a player in mind that can change this circumstances to our benefit. So if we need to defend more or if we need to attack more, we always have in our mind a solution to that. Weather today was on training, thunder and lightning and some rain. But we did the best we could. We enjoyed. There was a lot of laughing on the session. Maybe not the most tactical training we have done this far, but at least players got a run out and had some fun. So yeah, in that sense, a good master -1 preparation.
Come on, Reggae Boyz. Coach Al Grimson, press
Hi,
conference.
head coach Kevin, Hugo Ramirez from Univision. One question for each. For you, coach, you have been on top of Iceland national football team. What's the difference on the terms of the level of play of CONCACAF versus UEFA? What can you say about those type of tournaments that are important? And for Kevin, I talked yesterday with John Herdman, the head coach, and he inquired me, or he shared with me the statistic that right now Jamaica, with all the players that you have in Europe, you're the most valuable team right now in terms of money. What can you say? Are you favorites? Do you think you can be maybe said like favorites? United States has a team B, Canada as well. Would you Mexico has a level of uncertainty maybe? Do you think Jamaica today could be the favorite to win the World Cup?
To be honest, when we just started the tournament, nobody was actually looking at us as like being the favorites or anything like that, because we know the type of players that we have. We know the quality that's in this team. And when we started, a lot of people didn't really believe in us, and like until they saw us play like our first 2 or 3 games, and then they actually started to shine some light on us. So I wouldn't say that we're favorites, but at this point we're in the quarterfinals with other teams. So all these teams, we all deserve to be here. And I wouldn't say that we're favorites, but we do have a strong team, and we believe that we can go all the way. So, but I wouldn't say we're favorites or anything like that.
Yeah, I've already answered the question. Compare like the Euro finals to CONCACAF. I think it's a little different. And I would say that what we are feeling is that is difference between what CONCACAF is providing to some teams but not others. So that would never happen in a European final. So, but we just take what is thrown at us and try to do the best out of it. So, but yeah, it's a few things, of course, logistical things that needs to step up here if you're going to host the World Cup in 3 years.
Okay, we open the virtual conference. So, Carrie, James, you can make your question.
This question is for Kevin. So, Coach talked a little bit about the midfield and the balance he likes. The midfield.
Wait. Can we hear the volume? Have the volume high?
Can you hear me, Coach?
Wait. They're trying to.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're good. Go.
All right, Kevin. The coach was talking about the midfield just now and the balance he likes the midfield players to bring to the team. I know the combination between yourself and Joel is a fairly new combination. How do you find that going so far? And how do you expect it to develop in the future?
Like you said, the partnership that I have with Joel thus far, it's fairly new. We started playing together just a couple of weeks. I've only known him for a couple of weeks. He's only known me for a couple of weeks. And I'm enjoying it. I love playing with Joel. He's a really good player. But we still have a long way to go. There are a lot of things that we can work on. We can always grow. We can always improve. So, but for the most part right now, I'm definitely enjoying it, and I look forward to play with him in the future and have some more fun and win games and just keep it going.
Okay, Rashid Parchman, you can make your question.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, Kevin Lambert. This is Rashid Parchman from The Observer. Coach, you spoke about defensive improvements over the training camp throughout the week. Coming into the tournament, you mentioned some things that you wanted to tweak. And in the last game against St. Kitts, I've noticed as well that there were some times when the team may have been caught on the back foot with the cutbacks and late runs into the area. Were those some of the things you worked on this week heading into the game against Guatemala? Because you mentioned how quick they are breaking.
Yeah, we were always trying to improve the cooperation and partnership between players and the understanding of how we want to play as a team and as a unit. So I think it is not particularly for this match. We just know the danger is in the transition moments against Guatemala. So we need to emphasize some elements of the game or some parts of the game. For example, our balance is very important against a team like Guatemala. So if we talk again on the midfield partnership, one needs always to be in balance if we lose possession of the ball, etc. So is this understanding that will develop as we play more matches, as we learn on each other, etc., etc. So it's a few things that we work on. How we attack is a part of how we defend as well. So yeah, it's a continuous thing. It's nothing new or special we will do tactically against Guatemala, but it's a few emphasis that we put on how we play.
Jordan James, you can make your question.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, Kevin, and congratulations on an excellent tournament so far. The team chemistry and togetherness in the group looks particularly strong. How crucial has this been to the team's success?
So far, yeah, like you said, it's been strong. The team chemistry has been strong because we look at ourselves as like brothers, and off the field, we stay together, we stick together, and we try to do stuff like not just on the field. We can't just show up on the field and expect to play good and know each other. So off the field, we try to learn about each other. We try to grow as a family. So stuff like that, we used to build our chemistry. And I think it helps when we actually go on the field and play. So yeah, so far our team chemistry has been good, and we're enjoying it. We're enjoying the family that we have right here.
Daniel Weller, you can make your question.
Amazing. Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, Kevon. Daniel. Oh, sorry. Got unmuted for a second there. Coach, this question is for you. How important is it for Jamaica to start on the right intensity levels against Guatemala? You mentioned in the St. Kitts game that you wanted to make sure that you step up that intensity in the second half. How important it is to make sure that you have the right intensity and mind frame going into a Guatemalan team that can cause you problems?
Yeah, it's hugely important, because if we wake up too late, the game can be taken away from us, and Guatemala will punish us if we are not ready from first minute. So we are aware of that, and I know the players are aware of that. We've seen a lot of videos how they have scored against their opponents in this group and before. So if we are not ready from minute one, we can be in a lot of problems. So I'm pretty sure that our players will be ready when the referee whistles the game on tomorrow.
Norando Brown, you can make your question.
All right, thank you. One question each, one for Kevon and one for Coach. Kevon, first, Jamaica has a stellar record against Guatemala, especially in the Gold Cup. How important are previous records to you in major tournaments? And for the coach, please talk us through your experience so far in this, your first major tournament with the Reggae Boyz.
Records for us is like